There's no vindication for me because for 4 years I've been screaming not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
There's a huge difference in energy internationally in 50 Cent and Jay-Z.
The entertainment world is heating up as one of the most explosive projects of the decade inches closer to its release. Curtis 50 Cent Jackson has pulled back the curtain on what could be the most damning expose in music history. His upcoming Netflix docuseries, provocatively titled Diddy Do It, promises to unravel decades of alleged misconduct and secret dealings involving two of the music industry's most iconic figures, Sean Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter. But as the docuseries nears completion, the tension surrounding it has reached a boiling point. Both Diddy and Jay-Z are reportedly scrambling to stop the series from ever seeing the light of day. Cease and desist orders, legal filings, and behind-the-scenes maneuvers are being deployed in a desperate bid to silence its release. What is it about this project that has these megastars so rattled? And what does 50 Cent stand to gain or lose from taking on such powerful opponents?
If that's part of the indictment, that's somewhat like a blackmail. He was blackmailing people to be in the freak-offs. So that's federal. That could be that's a federal charge. He can't blackmail people to say, yo, listen here, you did it once and you're gonna do it again. That ain't gonna make it with the government or nobody.
Let's dive into the high-stakes battle to suppress the docuseries. It's no secret that 50 Cent has a long history of publicly feuding with Diddy and Jay-Z, but this time, the stakes are different. This isn't just a matter of trading barbs on social media or throwing shade in interviews. The allegations tied to this docuseries involve deeply disturbing claims and decades of alleged behavior that, if proven true, could devastate the legacies of these heavyweight moguls. And 50 Cent, never one to shy away from controversy, seems to be reveling in the chaos.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men.
The first salvo in this legal war was fired when reports surfaced that both Diddy and Jay-Z had filed legal motions to halt the release of Diddy Do It. Insiders close to the situation claim that these motions include cease and desist orders and accusations of defamation. Diddy's lawyers have reportedly argued that the series is a calculated smear campaign designed to destroy his reputation. Jay-Z's team, meanwhile, has taken a slightly different approach, focusing on what they call unsubstantiated allegations and reckless character assassination. Despite these efforts, Netflix has shown no sign of backing down, with executives reportedly standing behind the project and defending the right to tell this story. The streaming giant has even gone so far as to describe the series as a complex narrative with significant human impact, which has only added fuel to the fire.
I'm not surprised with the decision. I'm surprised that Judge Subramanian entertained it. He held a 2-hour hearing, which we were covering live, and he issued a 5-page written order. Most other judges, including the 2 previous judges, to consider this issue, summarily denied the bail motion. I think a lot of it stems from Judge Subramanian being a newer judge. This is a Biden appointee.
The desperation to suppress this series is palpable. Diddy, in particular, is said to be in panic mode, with sources alleging that he has privately expressed fears about the fallout if certain details from his past are revealed. Jay-Z, on the other hand, has maintained a more composed public facade, but insiders claim he's just as concerned. They're treating this like a matter of existence and expiration. One anonymous source close to the situation said, "It's not just about their careers, it's about their entire legacies. They know what's at stake." What's truly fascinating is how 50 Cent has positioned himself in this narrative. Over the years, he's built a reputation as a provocateur, someone who thrives on calling out his peers and stirring up controversy. But this time, he seems to be playing a longer game. By aligning himself with Netflix and framing the docuseries as a platform for the voiceless, 50 has managed to elevate his role from that of a petty feuder to a self-styled crusader for truth and justice. In one of his statements about the project, he said, "This isn't about gossip or rumors. This is about giving a voice to people who've been silenced for too long." Whether you believe his intentions are pure or self-serving, there's no denying that he's managed to capture the public's attention with this narrative.
Go back to that 50 Cent post, and I'm gonna tell you why 50 is literally is a diabolical genius.
One of the most intriguing aspects of this situation is the potential fallout for Diddy and Jay-Z's reputations. Both men have spent decades building their brands as not just artists, but also business moguls and cultural icons. Diddy, with his entrepreneurial ventures and larger-than-life persona, has long been a symbol of extravagance and success. Jay-Z, meanwhile, has cultivated an image as a savvy businessman and family man, thanks in no small part to his marriage to global superstar Beyoncé. But if the allegations explored in the docuseries gain traction, all of that could come crashing down. The music industry has proven time and again that it has a short memory for scandal, but the nature of these accusations could make them impossible to ignore.
Said, hey, I'm working on a documentary. I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie. And
the timing of all this couldn't be more precarious for Diddy and Jay-Z. Both have faced their share of controversies in the past, but nothing on this scale. Diddy is already grappling with a wave of lawsuits and accusations that have surfaced over the past year, many of which paint a troubling picture of his behavior behind closed doors. Jay-Z, for his part, has been named in a lawsuit that alleges he was complicit in some of the same misconduct as Diddy. While both men have vehemently denied the allegations, the court of public opinion is often less forgiving than the legal system. Adding another layer of complexity to the situation is the role of Beyoncé. As Jay-Z's wife and business partner, she has a direct stake in how this saga unfolds. Beyoncé has worked tirelessly to maintain a pristine public image, and any association with these allegations could tarnish her brand. Some fans have speculated that her decision to remain silent on the matter is a calculated move to protect her own interests. Others believe she may be privately advising Jay-Z on how to navigate this crisis. Either way, it's clear that the stakes extend far beyond just the individuals named in the docuseries.
I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it, it's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
The origins of 50 Cent's feud with Diddy and Jay-Z provide crucial context for understanding why he's so intent on pursuing this project. This isn't just about exposing the truth. It's also deeply personal. 50 Cent has been vocal about his disdain for Diddy for years, accusing him of everything from exploiting artists to engaging in questionable behavior at his infamous parties. His relationship with Jay-Z has been similarly contentious, marked by years of subtle digs and outright insults. By producing this docuseries, 50 is not only shining a light on their alleged misconduct, but also solidifying his own position as an industry disruptor. One of the most compelling aspects of Diddy Do It is the promise of revealing details about what 50 Cent has described as a criminal enterprise. Early reports suggest that the series will delve into allegations of systematic misconduct, secret recordings, and a culture of silence and complicity within the music industry. Insiders who have seen early cuts of the series claim that it includes interviews with former employees, artists, and other insiders who are directly or indirectly involved in the events being investigated. If these claims are true, the docuseries could serve as a damning indictment, not just of Diddy and Jay-Z, but of the entire industry.
What it shows, what the complaint is illustrating is this completely out of control party on a super yacht, including various celebrities, that when you read it, it kind of rings true. I mean, when you read it, it doesn't come off as being something that's...
The stakes are high, and the tension is palpable. As the release date for Diddy Do It approaches, the question on everyone's mind is whether Diddy and Jay-Z's efforts to suppress it will succeed. If the series does make it to Netflix, it could mark the beginning of a seismic shift in how we view some of the music industry's most celebrated figures. But even if it's delayed or blocked entirely, the very fact that it exists has already created ripples that will be felt for years to come. The battle over this docuseries is about more than just reputation. It's about power, control, and the fight to define the truth.
Just different things that's not really beef though. That's just competitive energy.
Competitiveness. All right. So you and Diddy, you and Puff cool?
No, I don't really rock with him.
Okay.
As this saga continues to unfold, one thing is certain. The music industry will never be the same. Whether Diddy Do It becomes a cautionary tale or a catalyst for change, its impact is already being felt. The story of Seeing Diddy Combs and Sean Jay-Z Carter isn't just about their rise to power or the empire they've built. It's also about how cracks in their seemingly unshakable partnership have turned them from allies to adversaries. Once bonded by mutual ambition and the shared struggles of breaking into the music industry, their relationship has taken a dark turn. The upcoming release of 50 Cent's docuseries is forcing them to confront their past in ways neither of them anticipated. But how did two of hip-hop's most celebrated figures end up here, fighting to protect their reputations while battling rumors about their alleged involvement in activities that could ruin everything they've worked for?
The G-Unit shoe outsold the Sean Carter shoe 6-1. I made over $80 million during the art.
To understand what's happening now, you have to go back to the late 1990s and early 2000s when Diddy and Jay-Z were on top of the world. Both men were riding waves of success, with Jay-Z establishing himself as a lyrical genius and Diddy dominating the charts with his flashy persona and business ventures. They weren't just collaborators, they were friends. Or at least that's how it appeared. Whether they were attending high-profile events together or supporting each other's projects, the two seemed inseparable. Diddy even once referred to Jay-Z as one of the only people who truly understands what it's like to be me. But as their fame grew, so did their egos. Behind the scenes, there were whispers of tension between the two. Some insiders claim that Diddy felt overshadowed by Jay-Z's growing influence, especially after Beyoncé entered the picture. Jay-Z's relationship with the global superstar not only elevated his public image, but also gave him access to new levels of prestige that Diddy couldn't quite match. According to rumors, Diddy privately expressed frustration that while he was being viewed as a party boy with a flashy lifestyle, Jay-Z was being hailed as a visionary and a family man. The comparison reportedly stung, fueling an underlying resentment that neither man was willing to address directly.
Bleak beans. Everybody was in there, and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now. Just flood it, put out a lot of music because
The turning point in their relationship came in the mid-2000s when the competition between them began to spill out into the open. Sources close to both camps have said that business deals were often at the center of their disputes. One particularly contentious moment occurred when both men were reportedly vying for the same endorsement deal with a major beverage company. Although Jay-Z ultimately secured the deal, insiders claim that Diddy was furious, accusing Jay-Z of using his connections to undercut him. They've always been competitive, one industry insider said, but that was the moment when it became personal. By the time the 2010s rolled around, the friendship that had once defined their relationship had all but disappeared. Diddy's infamous parties, lavish, over-the-top gatherings that were once a hallmark of their bond, were no longer attended by Jay-Z. According to some reports, Jay-Z began to distance himself after hearing rumors about what went on at these events. While Diddy continued to embrace his reputation as a larger-than-life figure who thrived on excess, Jay-Z shifted his focus to building his business empire and cultivating an image of sophistication and maturity. The contrast between the two couldn't have been more stark, and it didn't go unnoticed by fans or the media. The rift between them became even more apparent during public appearances. At industry events, the two would often avoid each other entirely, and when they did interact, the exchanges were reportedly cold and perfunctory. One particularly awkward incident occurred at a music festival in 2017 when Diddy attempted to greet Jay-Z on stage, only to be met with what onlookers described as a frosty reception.
But, I don't think he's aware of his presentation. There's an adjustment. There's something that's happening that's different about him and the way people perceive him.
Meanwhile, 50 Cent was watching all of this unfold from the sidelines, and he wasn't about to let the opportunity go to waste. Known for his sharp tongue and willingness to call out anyone he sees as a rival, 50 Cent began poking fun at both Diddy and Jay-Z, often using social media as his weapon of choice. Whether it was mocking Diddy's parties or questioning Jay-Z's decisions as a businessman, 50 Cent made it clear that he had no love for either man. But what started as lighthearted jabs soon turned into something much more serious.
You know what I mean? Like, not when a relationship like that. Like, they've been with each other. Look, I was opening act for the Cash Money tour.
By 2023, the rumors surrounding Diddy and Jay-Z had reached a fever pitch. Accusations began to surface, painting a picture of a darker side to their success. Whispers of misconduct, secret dealings, and a culture of silence within their inner circles began to emerge. For years, these rumors had been dismissed as baseless gossip, but 50 Cent saw them as an opportunity to dig deeper. His docuseries, Diddy Do It, became the vehicle through which he could expose what he believed to be the truth. And as more people came forward with allegations, it became clear that this was no longer just a feud between rivals. It was a battle for accountability. One of the most shocking aspects of the allegations is the suggestion that Diddy and Jay-Z may have been complicit in each other's actions. While their friendship may have soured publicly, some insiders claim that behind closed doors, they maintained a mutual understanding. According to these sources, both men were aware of the other's behavior but chose to stay silent out of loyalty or fear. This complicity is one of the central themes of 50 Cent's docuseries, which reportedly includes testimony from former employees, associates, and even celebrities who were once part of their inner circles.
Well, Combs is separated from the general population, right? He's was with Sam Bankman-Fried at least. And the irony there is that's someone who was granted bail, tried to tamper with witnesses, so the judge revoked his bail. So that just goes to show how these federal judges feel about witness tampering before trial.
The stakes couldn't be higher. For Diddy, the docuseries threatens to dismantle the image he spent decades cultivating. Known for his charisma and business acumen, he's long been seen as a trailblazer in the music industry. But as more allegations come to light, that image is starting to crumble. Jay-Z, too, has much to lose. His reputation as a family man and a champion of social justice could take a serious hit if the allegations against him gain traction. And then there's Beyoncé, whose carefully managed public persona could also be jeopardized by her association with Jay-Z. Some fans have speculated that her silence on the matter is a calculated move to protect her brand, while others believe she may be privately urging Jay-Z to come clean.
And that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally.
As the release date for Diddy Do It approaches, the tension between Diddy and Jay-Z is becoming impossible to ignore. Recent reports suggest that the two have been in contact, with some insiders claiming that they're considering joining forces to discredit 50 Cent and discredit 50 Cent and his accusaries. But others believe it's too late for damage control. The truth has a way of coming out, one industry veteran said, and when it does, it's going to change everything. The fallout from the saga is already being felt across the music industry. Other celebrities who were once close to Diddy and Jay-Z are reportedly distancing themselves, wary of being caught up in the controversy. Some have even begun speaking out, sharing their own experiences and adding fuel to the fire. One former associate of Diddy's described the atmosphere at his parties as toxic, while another claimed that Jay-Z's business dealings were often shrouded in secrecy. Whether these accounts are true or not, they've only added to the growing sense of unease surrounding the two moguls.
Like internationally.
Tim, you aware of international? You are like flex here. I've always said that. I always felt like that, right?
What's perhaps most fascinating about this story is the role that 50 Cent has played in shaping the narrative. By taking on two of the biggest names in music, he's positioned himself as both a disruptor and a truth teller. But his motives are far from altruistic. Some critics have accused him of exploiting the situation for his own gain, pointing out that the docuseries will likely boost his profile and bank account. Others, however, see him as a necessary voice in an industry that has long been plagued by secrecy and corruption. As the drama continues to unfold, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. Whether Diddy Do It ultimately sees the light of day or is buried by legal battles, its impact has already been felt. The questions it raises about power, complicity, and accountability in the music industry are ones that won't go away anytime soon. And as Diddy and Jay-Z fight to protect their legacies, the world will be watching, waiting to see who comes out on top and who gets left behind.
They once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And yeah, 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really...
As the battle over Diddy Do It rages on, it's clear that the music industry is on the brink of a major shakeup. But what do you think? Are Diddy and Jay-Z truly guilty of the allegations against them? Or is this all a smear campaign orchestrated by 50 Cent? And how might Beyonce's involvement or lack thereof shape the narrative moving forward? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this explosive story. Until next time,